Alright, welcome back everyone. I wanted to create a video about the baked beans miner and just give a quick update. I was noticing on YouTube, I was watching other stuff, but it just kept popping up in my feed about the baked beans and the contract. Everybody's having a panic attack and stuff like that. So I just wanted to get in here and just create a video about what I can share. In the last video I said I was going to show my updates on my progress and stuff like that. So anyways, before I get too deep, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the bell if you'd like to be notified of other upcoming videos. Alright, so in case you don't know, I've been in baked beans miner since like January. Before, it was less than 1,000 BNB in here. So I mean, I got my ROI out of there, and I did not have a YouTube channel at the time, so I wasn't getting referral bonuses or any of that. And even right now I have a small channel, I don't have a lot of subscribers, so it's not like I'm like making all this money on referrals, which is fine. So just wanted to mention that as well. Any referrals I do receive, very appreciative, but I just wanted to point that out, that yet this is something that you can do without promoting it. Another alternative that you could do is create multiple wallets. So like in MetaMask, if you created no, not there, in MetaMask, if you created new accounts, if you want to create however many you wanted to, you just will go to create account, and then you could use your own referral link, and then you can make like a larger deposit in the other accounts or a smaller deposit, however you want to strategize that, you know, for yourself, instead of tripping out trying to get referrals. And that way you can earn 12% on that as well. That's just something that they're out there. Alright, so let's look at my chart here. So I don't know, I can't remember if I posted that I did make another deposit. So I now have about $1,481 in here. It's not exact, so I was kind of throwing some in there, I was rebaking here and there and all this stuff. So, but I do know I have at least this much in here, and about this much BNB was my initial deposit in there. Okay, so I was tracking what I did, and I have a calculator as well. This one, it's on the Google spreadsheet, whatever. I'll leave a link to that, or I'll leave a link to my link tree, and then you can go find it on there. Okay. Because I want to make this a quicker, easier video. I don't want to do a lot of fancy stuff on here. So what I've been doing is keeping track of like my daily compounding, excuse me, my earnings and stuff like that. So I was tracking the percentages over here, and then I did make a withdrawal on the 23rd. Okay, so it was about 5.42% at the time, somewhere around there. If I did like an average, you're looking at about 7.17% overall. Then after I made the withdrawal, which I figured the rate, the daily yield will go down. So right after it dropped down to 4, and then today to 3. So I'm just kind of tracking it to see. I mean, but still 4%, 3% is still pretty good. And I would imagine as I continue to I'm following the 6-to-1, just to kind of, you know, do it like the system says. So that's kind of where I'm at. So I wanted to go over that, but I want to go over to the contract. So as you can see, the contract is worth about 12.6 million. We've got about 32,000 in some BNB. Okay. But what I want to look at is the analytics, okay? So I'm running this from the time frame of March through April, right? So even though I was in it from January, but we're not going to go. So as you can see, overall, you mostly have more money coming in because the black is receiving in and then blue's out. So you had pretty much consistency, about average the same amount coming in, or a little bit more was coming in than going out, because seems like most people were following the 6-to-1 strategy. Then they amped up the BCT token. If you're not familiar, come over to their main website, which is cryptobakehouse.com. They have a token that is right here. It's the BCT token staking. So they have that. They have a whole ecosystem that they're building out. So they have this token that you can stake, and it kind of like stabilizes the miner DApp. Okay, so you can come in here. You can also invest in that as well. But it has all their information, their FAQs, all of that information in there. And so once they did that, as far as what I noticed, is kind of like when the price and the amount of BNB kind of like skyrocketed. Because it was always, it was good, it was growing, but it just seems like that kind of like took it to a whole nother level. And I just want to pop back over here to the analytics real quick. But as you can see, you're coming in with pretty much more for a long time, actually. And then as you can see, the blue, you start getting more money coming out, which you kind of expect after over time. As people, if they're following the 6-to-1, their bag is going to fill up, and so the withdrawals, their profits is going to increase, right? So you can kind of expect that. And then you got to think most people are doing the 6-to-1, so most people are claiming or withdrawing kind of like on the weekends, depending on when they got started. I mean, I know I am, so I would be part of these numbers going up so high. So you've got a lot of people these last couple days, was that 1, 2, 3 days right there, where the withdrawals are outpacing or more than what's coming in, right? But at the same time, I mean, the contract, it's got 32,000 some BNB. It's still, what is it, 12 million? I mean, that's crazy. When I got in this, it was less than 1,000 BNB. I'm in other, DeFi projects. I mean, even on some of the best ones, I'm not even making, what am I at? On my bad day, 3%. So, I mean, I don't know. You kind of have to look at it like that. You got people who are going to claim, but the yield is going to start slowing down because the way the contract is, the more you eat, the lower your yield will be. So let's pop over to the Telegram, right? Because they're talking about this as well, because everybody's freaking out. So let's go over here. I'm on the Baked Beans Telegram group. So let's just kind of go back to where Angel is talking right here. So people need to understand that your main goal should be to earn your initial back in a healthy way and increasing the amount of beans you have in the process. So that once you have recovered your initial investment, it's pure profit every week when you eat. We have worked out many strategies, and the following work best. So 6 days rebate, 1 day and eat, which most of us are following. Or 14 days rebate, and then you eat 1 day, okay? Or 29 days rebate, 1 day eat. Understand these are days. You can rebate as many times you want in a day. Sometimes I compound quite a bit, 2 to 3 times at least. But not advisable if you don't have big investment. And on the eating day, because you have gas fees, and on eating days, you can eat the rewards. You can let the rewards accumulate for 24 hours since the 6 rebate time. Okay? So that's basically what I did. I just let it pile up on the day that I was going to withdraw. Before, when I first originally got into it, there wasn't a lot of information about strategies until towards the end with the 6-to-1. But I knew that something you had to keep compounding because my rewards were like dwindling in. It started slowing down. And anyways, we should focus more on getting the initial back plus increasing the beans we have over the first 8 weeks while we get our initial investment back by the following suggested strategy. So just relax if your rewards fluctuate. What's the worst case scenario? It may take 1 or 2 more weeks to get your initial back, but then it's pure profit. Alright, so let's go down here. This is for those that don't understand this project. Worry contract value going down. Today is a 7th day for a lot of investors, hence why it dropped a bit. This project is 5 months old and has already showed sustainability. Don't panic, eat beans, or you will be part of the reason it's dropping. Following The 6 to 1, follow the 6 to 1 rule, bake for 6 days and eat on the 7th day. Yes, you can bake multiple times a day, the more the better. Or you can bake for longer. Example, I'm baking for 6 weeks straight, then I will start my 6-1 rule for maximum rewards later. Contract already over 30K BNB. This means contract has a lot of value and already established, meaning it's more sustainable. Other projects not even close, okay? You should not be worried. Instead, you should be happy you're actually part of this established project. The more we grow, total value locked, the more we will see a drop. When we get to the 50,000K, probably go down more. And when you get to 100,000K, will drop even more, which just means people receiving rewards. Okay, because you got to think. Okay, hold on. Stop panicking and bake your beans. Someone please. Okay, they did that. So you got to think. So let's just say this was, I did it at 6% because I figured it would drop anyway. But let's just say I do take, because this is based on 13 weeks, and let's say I do get 26,000 or total, my rewards will increase. You got to think, I got a small bag. You got people who put in 5,000, 6,000, whatever it is, and by, you know, as long as they're following the rule, by the time they get, you know, here, you know, whatever, I mean, at this point, I'm going to be withdrawing 1,900, almost 2,000. Some of those people might be withdrawing 5,000 or 7,000, and hopefully that's you too as well, you know. So you just want to keep that in mind. Let's pop down. I think there was one. Okay, so the whole market is kind of in a bit of crash. So overeating will do its job. People's earning rate will slow if they take part in overeating. The contract will be just fine. Marketing will kick into high gear. And we will be fine as we reach out to one more chunk of the world, then the next, and then the next, until we've hit everywhere we possibly can. All right. So, I mean, they're full aware. It goes in the cycles. You know, hopefully, you know, things will, everybody kind of chill out. Maybe read, do a little bit more research. Come check them out on Crypto Bakehouse. Come in here, check out the token that you can stake. You can also earn money there. I mean, I did a video on this, but you can, you know, you can get in here. I'm not in here. Oh. But you can, you know, prove this and earn some, you know, rewards, get some BCT rewards and stuff like that. But you can come check out how all of the token works, how it helps the ecosystem, how they're trying to grow the project to make it more sustainable. This is something new, okay, as far as like this, they have their own token and stuff. Then I just want to point out their FAQ. If you read it, like it's up to 8%, okay? So if you come right here on the FAQ, what will my daily percentage be? So daily percentage is up to, right here, up to 8%, okay? This depends on eating habits, the time of day you rebake, or deposit and total value fluctuation, okay? The average daily return is 5 to 6%, okay? So just come over here, you know, read a little bit more, learn about it if you're one of the people who are kind of freaking out or not quite understanding it enough. You know, you're watching the YouTube videos and everybody's just like, oh yeah, just sign up, you know, without really properly educating. Let's pop over to Moonarch real quick. Let's do total, sort this by total value lock. Top up here is always going to be your sponsored, so these are like paid ads, but you can see my Diamond Team version 2 is still doing good. I'm in this. If you go to my link tree page, you'll find the videos and my links on that if you want to learn a little bit more about that. That's a pretty good development team. And then as you see right here, there's Ruby Mine. That's on the AVAX or Avalanche rather. As far as the sponsored, they seem to be doing pretty good. But as far as like some increase, they've got a little traction going on right now in my Diamond Team. All right, so baked beans, of course, it's down a little bit, but it's still, as far as total value locked, it's still one of the highest, and it's more than the Drip Garden. I'm in the Drip Garden. Let me pop over there real quick. So I'm in the Drip Garden, Drip BUSD Garden. I have about 8867 plants in here right now. This contract balance has come down as well. People are taking profits. Animal Farm is paused. The sentiment or the momentum or whatever you want to call it has probably gone down a little bit with that being paused. But this was not something that was happening at one time. Your garden was way above baked beans. So baked beans, as far as all the miners, they're still on top. Okay, they're down a little bit as far as the people putting money into it, 4.66%. But as you can see, they've been around 170 days. So, I mean, that's a long time. Look at all these other projects. These are new. You don't see anything that's, I mean, the Vineyard, but look at the high fees. It's even in red. They're charging 16%. I do not like this one. Ruby Mine, still a little high. People like it. It's on AVAX. I've got a little bit in there just to kind of open up the contract or get an account started. But baked beans is the one that I have the most in. But I am starting to pay more attention to this roast beef. I do have more money, not a lot, nowhere even close to baked beans, but I did put a little bit more into that one. I'm not even tracking it as much. I think I've got like 287 because I think I got some referral rewards because I was looking at Moonarch and it was estimating my 24-hour rewards were a certain amount. So that's why I kind of thought that's what that was. I kind of tweaked the numbers a little bit. But they are also, let's pop over to them while I'm on this video. They also added, looks like they're adding a new utility. I noticed that. It's called a beef swap. But it says it's launching soon. They don't really mention a whole lot of it in their Telegram group. If you're interested in this one looks like it's kind of growing, getting a little traction. Who knows how long this stuff will last, you know. They are paying out a 10% return, but it looks like they're trying to do something to kind of keep this, you know, stable. Not sure the details. If you're interested, go check them out on Telegram. There was a little bit about it, you know, we'll see. But anyways, that is all the information that I have on baked beans. Hopefully that is helpful. I'll leave a couple links in the description. If you're not already a part of baked beans, please use my referral link. But if you want to know more about it, please go back and watch my other previous videos where I kind of show you how to deposit, how to get started, and stuff like that. All right, guys, have a good one.